Hello, everybody. Welcome to You're the Operant Power with Gail and
Jane. Hi for Jane. Hi, Gail. Hi, everyone.
hi. Hi.
Hi, hi.
Today we are going to have a brief discussion about messing in the middle with um, when you're creating your reality and you end up trying to control the process and are messing in the middle and the effect that that has and just understanding what that means exactly. So Jane, did you have an example?
Yeah, so my example is well, it's kind of a pattern, and we talked a little bit about it before, about things are all good and then I start messing with it and pushing my agenda or something like that. But this one today was a simple one. It was like I said out loud, um I'm really happy. Like I love life. And uh one of my children was like, "Really? Like you think you are?" And I was like, "Yes, of course I am." And then that went into, well, me, well, you're not like happy all the time. And I was like, well, I don't know if I feel like I'm pretty happy. I said I definitely get emotional and have emotions and whatever. But anyway, so it my reaction to that was, oh, that's interesting. And then of course the stories start. Why would she say that? And don't I act happy? I thought I acted happy. And just start questioning myself, taking it personal, um, just having like self-doubt. So we talked about it before we started recording, and I feel like that's where my conviction has to kick in. That's where I have to just go back to my end, harmony, unity, and love. I forgive her for showing me that self-doubt, which is interesting because that seems so. And then we were talking about I had the question, would it be better not to say anything? And your answer to that was what? I'll let you answer now.
Oh, okay. Well, in that example, we talked about how you said you were happy, and that's totally okay to share with people. Like, who doesn't want? I guess people probably don't want to hear it when they're not, but it's kind of nice, refreshing to hear somebody say that. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with saying that. And I think that was what your concern was like. Well, I might as well just not even say anything because I don't want to hear back the responses. So my point was that no, like it's totally cool for you to say whatever you want to say. That's really your end. Your end is that I am happy. And so that's where your conviction is, that I'm happy. Where you ran into a change of states from being happy to something else was when your child said to you, like, really? Like, you don't seem like you are all the time, or whatever it was that they said. And your reaction was, well, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Trying to convince them,
Yes, the convincing.
trying to convince yourself because you've been knocked off your mark, your conviction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you had some concerns about, like, where did that come from? Like, what I am, where am I not happy? Where are they coming with those doubts? Where's those doubts in me and all this kind of stuff? And the response really is like, when they say to you, like, really, could have fooled me. Like, you laugh. Okay, like, it doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they say because you're on your mark. You're in your conviction that I'm happy. And nobody can knock you off that unless you allow them to knock you off that. So what they basically did is showed you what was in your consciousness, what you believe true of yourself or others, is that people can be unhappy, can be doubtful, can be miserable, any of those things. And so you're just forgiving to wipe the slate clean of that and replacing it with harmony, unity, and love. So it's not about, Jane, you did wrong because you better find out what you did wrong to make them think that, you need to fix that. No, that's all real stuff.
Yeah.
Just brings you down more rabbit holes. And at the same time as going down the rabbit holes, you're creating more of it.
Yes.
It's personal in the sense that it's your consciousness that's being shown to you, what you're holding in your consciousness. It's not meaning you're a fraud or the worst person because you're trying to say you're something and everybody knows you're not. It's not about that.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is what is being shown to you in your consciousness. Does it fit for you? Is it something that you're okay with, that you want to continue to hold in your awareness? No? Okay, I forgive. There's only whatever you want. So I like I forgive. There's only harmony, unity, and love, because that just seems to cover everything.
Yeah.
And then it's done. Move on.
Okay, so
not talking, because we're not here
to that part.
And withdraw from life, all these boundaries where I can't talk to that person because they may say this, that, or the other thing, which you're just imagining. By creating those boundaries, you're imagining that you need that boundary because you believe in your consciousness that other people think this way or that way.
Okay, maybe another piece of this for me personally is like subjectively, I should say, is so did I in my head have that conviction before I said it out loud in words? Did I say to myself inside my mind, I'm so happy? And did I say it out loud in that regard, like you said? And maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't think long enough before I said it out loud. That's what I'm saying about not talking about things.
Yeah, but see what happens in Neville says two things about this. One being, don't tell anybody what you're just is. And the other being, if you're confident enough, then sure, tell them, because then they're going to see that, you did manifest this because you had talked about it, and here it is. So I don't see anything wrong with talking about it, but what happens is they're going to reflect your doubts back to you, which is, again, in your consciousness, there's a belief that people can't be happy all the time. Like, that just doesn't happen. That's what's showing up in your consciousness.
Yeah.
Is that something you believe for yourself or others to be true? Yes or no? If it's yes, and you're cool with it, then okay. If it's no, and you're not cool with it, and you want to change it, you forgive, there's only harmony, unity, and love. So it's not a matter of censoring yourself. It's just all about learning about what's in your awareness, what's in your consciousness. Because it doesn't matter what other people think. It's how you react.
Yes.
They're just reflecting back to you, showing you things about yourself.
So maybe what happened today was more of my conviction, because I think if I was really convicted about that, and it would have maybe it came from self-doubt, and self-doubt was just immediately reflected back to me.
The thing is, it doesn't matter. See, you don't want to get into analyzing, because all of this is now creating. The new opportunity is being created now for you to have self-doubt thrown at you. Matter. Your reaction was, oh, that's not what I expected. But okay, they're showing me what's in my consciousness. No, that's not what I want. I know for myself and others, I want people to be happy and know that they can be happy. So I forgive. There's only harmony, unity, and love. Done. No, I saying no. It's very easy to fall into analyzing.
Yes.
Just creates rabbit holes.
Yeah.
You don't want it. It's not psychology in the sense of how we know psychology to be. You don't have to get to the bottom of it. the only time, and maybe we'll do a next video. We're going to make these videos shorter, hopefully, but we'll do the next video on the question why. And
Yeah.
when is the time to analyze things? Because it's not what you think.
Right.
So why don't
That would be
we here?
okay. Yeah.
And the whole point of the video is that interactions you have with people are just showing you what you're holding in your consciousness to either be true about yourself or true of others, that you accept as something that can be true of yourself or of others. If it's not what you want, if it's not what you like, if it's not what you believe anymore, then you forgive and replace it to what you want. No analyzing. That's the only analyzing, quote, analyzing, if there's analyzing done. Well, what do you want? And then the next video we'll talk a little bit about analyzing to figure out what you want.
Okay.
Any question?
Okay. And I did stay in my conviction of that I am happy, and I did actually revise what they were showing me, and I said to myself, oh, I don't think that way anymore. That's just oranges. That's just stuff showing up. Harmony, unity, and love. On with the day, on with my happiness and feeling good, and maybe sitting in that longer. If that feeling comes up, like sit in it and be like, yeah, I'm so happy. I'm happy. Like for myself, happy.
Or you don't have to prove it to yourself.
Right.
Like I think where the ultimate end is where I don't even have to tell you I'm happy, because I just am. Like if you can't feel it off me, then okay, I recognize that that's something you're showing me in my consciousness, but I have nothing to prove to you.
Yes.
I'm happy. And
yeah.
nothing wrong with sharing it, but your ultimate end is where you don't have to prove it to yourself. You don't have to, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I guess prove it to yourself.
Well, you don't have to pay attention to it, because that's where I get caught up. If I pay attention to the comment that's being sent to me and I go, oh, why are they saying that? What is la, 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 la? Then I get caught up in the middle, and then I come.
So it's just you are.
Yeah.
Being. Doing. So in trying to get there, you're already there. Just accept you're already there.
Yes.
What does that feel like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll stop this video now and we'll go into the next one. Thank you so much for joining us. Please share, subscribe. If you think there's somebody that can benefit from it, please share it with them, and we'll talk to you soon.
And try not to get caught in the middle.
Don't get caught in the middle.
Don't get caught in the middle.